A is for accidents, B is for boats, and C is for Corvette.
Vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Delicious.
Welcome to the ABC Podcast, where a few good mates get together and try to assemble an alphabet from a pointless topic. I'm your host, Anderson Carman.
I'm Ian.
Woo, he's back!
From the dead.
I'm Logan 2.0, Joey Paone.
Today's alphabet, vehicles. Theme song. Okay, A.
Automobile.
Automobile. I also had airplane.
Oh.
So pretty much the two basics. Have you guys ever driven an automobile?
Several
Yes.
times.
Do you
Earlier
like it?
today.
Do you like to?
I love driving, man.
Yeah.
Driving's a lot of fun, I think.
I don't have a license yet, but I drive.
What?
Are you from New York or Europe? Have you survived?
I do remember
I don't.
I do remember whenever we would go on like long road trips with my family, my dad would always do the driving.
I'll put this in my lap.
My dad would always do the driving, and I remember as a kid thinking, crap, I'm going to have to drive all the time when I'm an adult. Like, and not looking forward to it, but now I actually like to drive.
It's a lot of fun.
I've gone on 2 cross-country road trips, and that's fun.
That's lit, dude.
It was great, too, because I took in my car before going on the trip just to, like, have it checked out, because we were about to go on a 6,000-mile excursion. And the mechanic was like, you hear that clicking? Yeah, this thing isn't going to last another 100 miles.
Oh, Lord.
Of course, I didn't tell my dad that. And then 6,000 miles later, it's still kicking.
Oh, shoot.
Lord almighty.
Oh, dude.
So that was good.
Miracle car.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do like a cross country.
It's fun,
trip.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did it. And, I mean, the first time I did it, those 2 guys I did it with, I don't talk to anymore, which kind of feels, like, sad.
I mean, it makes sense, though. I could sit
yeah.
there, too.
But
Yeah.
the second time I did it, me and him are still good mates. So
Okay.
he actually just moved to Atlanta.
Litty.
Yeah, I'm
Bring
gonna see
him in, bro.
I'm gonna see if I can bring him in on this.
I just went to Universal.
Mhm.
So we drove, me and my friends, a full car, 5 people. And I was sitting in the back, and one of them was, she was claustrophobic. And for those who can't see me, I'm doing the ear bunnies.
Ear bunnies. I've
yeah,
never heard them
air
called
bunnies.
ear bunnies,
Yeah.
but that actually,
Yeah, like, it makes-
the air quotes,
Yeah.
ear bunnies. I get it.
She was claustrophobic, so she wanted to sit by the window. And then the other friend, it was her birthday, so like, whatever. And so I was stuck in the middle for 8 hours,
Oh,
just one way,
Lit.
and
gosh.
so much pain. So we stopped like once or twice.
Was it like a seat that's like bowed out to where your butt
It
just
was
can't like figure out how to sit on the seat?
No, there was a seat. There was something
Okay,
there.
Well, that's something.
I don't really have an, so like, it just it worked. But like the part was that like in the middle, there's like that bump where your feet are supposed to go.
Yeah,
So I had to do this weird like I'm giving birth position.
You just straddling,
And there's
opening up.
yeah.
That's you make when you get back.
That's the sound. I'm a goose. No, that's like, well, that makes me think though of on airplanes. What seat do you like? Have you flown much?
Yes.
Okay. What seat do you want? The aisle? You want the middle? Or you want the window?
I don't want the middle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think it's universal.
I think anybody
I think
that
that's
wants
a-
the
I think it's
middle
universal,
has got something seriously wrong with them. I'm always gonna go for the window. Well, honestly, I'm happy with the window or the aisle, but I would prefer the window because I'm not going to get up and pee on an airplane. I'm just not going to. I'm going to pee before.
So cool though.
And then
The bathrooms are all
afterwards, I'm gonna be
small.
But
done.
it's so loud. Flushing on a plane. Like whenever I do it, it's like,
the turn off.
and I'm like, oh, I would have heard that. Like, I don't know why. It's weird.
I hate.
Well, if
self-flushing
it's
toilets.
yellow, let it mellow and just.
It's yellow, let it mellow.
But dude, this thing is like, I don't. This is weird. I don't want to just poop into an empty toilet. That makes me feel.
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, just like,
Well, it stings
yeah.
so much worse.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
there's
it's
nothing
like-
like
yeah.
to mask
No.
it.
And probably the sound of it.
Just
hitting
bring a
stuff.
glass of water with you.
Bring your bottle of water. You know?
Yeah.
I think the elite move on a plane though is to do it by the emergency exits.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That- if
'cause
you can get
all the
that-
extra leg room.
I mean, it's a lot of risk because like if I'm on a plane and I'm
Mhm.
at the emergency exit, and we crash, everyone's gonna die. Like, they're screwed. Like, there's just no hope. Like, I'm just saying, they're just like, all right, bye guys, you know.
I always forget. Like, I'm always walking down the aisle, like, okay, where? And I find a seat. And I sit down. I'm like, cool, got a seat. It's a good seat. And then the lady shows up, and she's like, this is the emergency section. Can you, like, I need your verbal, like, confirmation that you can, you know, handle this responsibility. And inside, everything is just like, oh, no, I can't be responsible for anything.
I
So irresponsible.
I just lie. I'm like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah,
in my heart, I'm like,
can you lift more than 50 pounds?
Hell no, but we got this. We'll see what happens.
I'm not sure.
I rolled the dice. On these people's lives.
Yeah, that's no fun. I'm always curious now, because, like, if you get into a car, there's no, like, safety briefing. But every time you get into an airplane, there's that dang safety briefing. At what point are we going to just stop that because everybody knows how to ride a plane?
I think the thing is that, like, the concept of riding a plane is so much scarier.
Yeah,
you know what I
but,
mean?
like, I just feel like as a society, we're at a point now where everybody's ridden a plane. And anybody who hasn't isn't going to.
That's fair.
Or just hasn't been born yet, which I guess I get that. And, like, you have to have it for first-time flyers, and that's the whole point. But, like, everybody knows what a seatbelt is, and you put it in, and you tighten it. Like, that's really the part of the safety briefing on airplanes. I'm like...
Oh, the airplanes I've been on never
Don't
have seatbelts.
just a little jumper. I see. Okay, B.
Bolts that go on the
The what?
Clearly, I am an artist.
Okay. What,
I was thinking of, like, bolts that, like, put the...
What are you saying?
Wheel,
I can't
put
understand.
the wheel on the car. What do you think? They just stick it on there and it stays?
Bolts?
Bolts.
Bolts.
Oh, I couldn't
That's
understand
bolts.
what
Oh.
the heck you were saying.
What do you thought I said?
Bolt.
That's a vehicle. Wait, so bolts that you put on your car?
Those are just those are
Those are
nuts, right?
vehicles. Oh wait,
It's not a
wait.
vehicle.
But it has something to do with vehicles.
I guess
right?
it does.
I was gonna say BMW.
Okay.
Beamer, baby.
Okay.
For
bicycle.
me, baby. You know what I mean?
BMW. Oh, that's
There
good.
you go. Yeah, come on.
My dream car's a BMW.
Really?
Yeah?
Whipping it.
I guess. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It looked old. That's why I liked it.
Oh.
I don't know which one
So
it is.
it's not like a new car.
I
it's like
just
an
see
old-
it and I just eye it down.
I do like old cars.
Old cars just have
Model
a certain
T.
je ne sais quoi, you know?
Not that old.
No.
I want my car to work.
Horse-drawn carriage.
I like the cars that had like the fins on the back.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of
like
cool.
Doc Hudson from Cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
That's
lit.
pretty dope.
That'd be pretty lit.
I had the Batmobile.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Batmobile.
Yeah.
Because which version of the Batmobile do you think is the best?
Whatever one's in Batman Beyond.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
I totally
that's
forgot
the
about that one. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I really like.
I mean, the Tumbler is great unless you're trying to be covert. 'Cause-
Is that the one from the 60s?
no, that's the
60s?
one from the Batman Begins. Like
The Nolan.
yeah, the Nolan
trilogy.
verse, where it's just a tank. I mean, it's not a car remotely. I mean, the '60s also, like, it's got all that red piping like all around it. It's like the prettiest looking car. But
Incredible. You remember that one Batman episode? This is not to do with vehicle, but it's one of the old ones from the 60s.
well, then you can't
Oh,
you can't
sorry.
tell
You
the
want
story.
me
No,
to?
yeah.
No, well, it's kind of like technology related. You know, like when they come into a crime scene and there's like a bowl, and it has like alphabet soup in it, and they're like, "Wait a second, it's only these certain letters. There must be a message. Good thing I have my alphabet soup decoder." And then they like dump it into a machine. And it's like, oh my goodness, and it like translates it into like some. Did you guys see that one?
No,
It's
man, that sounds
That
awesome.
sounds great.
I want
I
that
was,
Batman. Everyone's like dark and edgy Batman.
That
It's
was
like
really
I
good.
want.
I was admiring your Batman voice. That's really good.
That's kind of scary.
No, that's good. Also, bikes.
Bikes.
Ian just made a face.
It's
like
like-
somebody killed his pet
where
cat.
where I live now is like overrun with like hipster bike people and like their super skin tight clothes, and I'll have to like be trying to get around them in traffic. This happened today actually. I was trying to get home. I was driving on College Avenue, I think, in Decatur, and I was driving, and it was one lane, but there was this bike guy. I would get around him. I would get to a traffic light. And what he would do to know, so he wouldn't stop in line. He would go around the outside. He would start off on my right, swerve to my left, pass everyone. He would get up to the light, and I have to pass him again. I was like, this is
How long would it take you to overtake him again?
It would take like 3 minutes, because everybody would have to slow down and wait till they could pass him. So I was like, if I could just open my door and be like, I would. And just, like, I would murder this guy.
Well, and the best part is that they don't recognize stoplights as pertaining to them. So he's probably going to go through that stoplight and just keep going, and you're going to meet him like 5 lights down.
It's terrible. Well, he's slowing everyone down. So yeah, bikes should be illegal. Sorry, Dad. I know you love them, but you know, heard it here first.
I had a bike when I was a kid. That's the end of that story.
Well, I've heard that fewer and fewer people are learning how to ride bikes. Just it's like a skill that will also like you need to learn it young, like walking or running. Like if you
can learn how to ride a bike whenever.
Yeah, but it's harder because like your developmental stage is younger. So like if you never walked until you were 30, that would be difficult to learn.
But what about 29? Is there like a cutoff date?
It was an example. But yeah, no, the idea being like later on it's harder to acquire things. I mean, you can still do it. I mean,
I think that's a good thing that less people are riding bikes, in my experience.
What?
They're terrible. I just told you.
I mean, it's true. Bikes are ruining the environment.
My community.
So we need
not my community. My commute. Environment.
My commute.
Yeah, my commute through the environment is being.
Okay. All right. Well,
I hate it.
That's fine. C.
Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I saw one time.
What's the best truck? What's the best truck? Like, see, I don't care about trucks, but if I was to buy a truck purely based off of advertising,
Ford strong.
Probably be Ford. I feel like Ford's got really strong branding, so
yeah. That's true. There is this one.
Although I also always did. I'm gonna cut you off.
Go ahead.
I always did like Dodge because they had the Ram. Like,
it's pretty cool.
Less.
Oh yeah. Who did the hot rod trucks?
Hot rod trucks.
Yeah, you know those red, or they weren't necessarily red, I think, but they're like old from like the olden days. 50s, 60s? No, 40s, 50s maybe.
So specific. I can't
they're like the classic.
You need to spit out more words, Joey. He's just gonna drink his beer.
Shotgun it. No. That's punishment.
No, that was the like. I don't know
let's
how
just
to
walk all over Ian.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's normal.
Oh,
family reunion.
Okay.
yes, Ian. It's your turn.
What I was gonna say.
You've raised your hand. Go ahead.
Thanks, Dad. Is that there's this one Toyota. So I'm not like a huge car person, but what I heard was that there's this one Toyota truck. I forget what it was, but they dropped it into the ocean. And it ran fine afterwards. And then 2, they put it in the bottom of a building and then blew up the building, and it ran fine afterwards. Like it is the most powerful truck in human history.
What does running fine mean?
like you get in, turn it on, and you can drive away. I was like, that is
meanwhile, there's a seahorse wriggling out of your rearview mirror. Like
it just has 2 wheels. The bed's going, it's like a Segway.
Just fine.
There's just a piece of rebar sticking through the windshield. It's like a car still runs.
But it turns on, It's
out of the tailpipe. It's just like brick dust and like fish and kale or whatever is in the
I like to think it was the same car for both things. Drop it in the ocean. Now we're gonna blow a building up, and the car's like, "What did I do?"
No, I would drive that into a war zone. I would drive that into Syria and be like, "Go ahead, hit him with an RPG. See what happens. It'll bounce back and kill you."
The next thing you're gonna see is like, "We're gonna drop it into the sun," and then it still runs fine.
Oh, well. So I have a lot of confidence.
I don't know why, but it didn't sound right for you to say "drop it into the sun" because I always think of the sun as up. But now I just imagined in my head like being on Earth and the sun is below me, and it's kind of messing with my head.
Oh, God, yeah.
To drop something into the sun sounds.
They live on like a glass Earth. And you like see through.
Yeah.
Well, the sun is below us sometimes because the flat Earth and everything.
Yeah.
So we're saying if the flat Earth was see through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I heard it is in some parts.
Yeah. Up in the tundra because it's just an ice wall that surrounds us.
Yeah.
And ice is see-through.
There we go.
So, confirmed. D.
DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Is that what you had?
That is what I had.
Man. Back in time.
What time would you go back to? In a DeLorean. What?
Oh my God.
I know, I just asked that.
Okay. Wait, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wait,
are you
serious?
serious?
We're all homeschooled.
Whoa, bro.
Okay.
That was the most awkward high five ever.
Don't clap about that. Don't clap about that.
None of
Back
us
to
have
the
friends.
Future.
I figured. Okay, I kind of figured it was that, but
yeah. DMC, DeLorean Motor Company. That's what's on the front. I always liked it because it was like
Apparently,
symmetrical.
my grandpa worked for the guy who made the DeLorean,
What?
and he was the guy, not my grandpa.
Well, we can't tell our listeners. Jeez, monsters.
What? You want to just get sued? They
but-
come in as DeLorean legal team.
Jeez.
Dennis, we get a shot. See what we can take.
Yeah, so the DeLorean's a time machine. Works via the flux capacitor, which is great
plutonium.
because it runs on plutonium, but that powers the flux capacitor. And like the DeLorean comes about because he hits his head. Doc Brown hits his head, and
On a toilet. He was hanging something above his toilet.
yeah, and then somebody tells him about the flux capacitor, but it was him. Like it only exists because
Because
like
Mar was Marty.
I thought he
tells
came
him.
back in time and told himself about it.
So he tells to Marty, he says, "This is how I thought of it." Because someone told, I think, it's been a while since I've seen the first movie.
Jeez,
but
I really want to see it again.
then Marty
it's one
goes
of
back in
those
time
that
and
holds
tells him. And that's how.
Right. Yeah.
He's got the bandage on his head when he opens the door.
Anyways, basically, it's like a self-producing thing because he only knows how to make it because someone uses it to go back in time to tell him how to make it.
So it's like in a loop.
Yeah, it's in a
okay.
loop. Anyways. But, anyways, if you had a time machine like the DeLorean, where would you go? When in time would you go?
I think I just go everywhere that they do in the movies. Go to 1950s, and then I go to the future. So I just go to a year ago or 2 years ago, where they go, and then Back to the Future 2, and then the third movie's garbage, so I wouldn't go to the West.
Shots fired from Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
I see the past isn't that interesting because it is okay. It's interesting. He's a historian.
Oh,
The past is interesting, but like, where am I gonna poop? That's all I'm thinking about.
dude,
like-
that's what's the wonderful thing is just anywhere. Just anywhere.
Just anywhere, just pop a squat. and
Yeah,
lay
Bring
on-
a shovel with you, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, there's only like 50 years I could go back and still be.
Ooh, the Roaring Twenties.
That would be nice.
That would be pretty tight.
Go meet Jay Gatsby.
Yeah. Was he? No, he wasn't. He wasn't real.
Yeah, he was.
He was real.
Yeah, he was. He looks exactly like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's his great-great-grandfather or something. Yeah. And then Tobey Maguire is his grandchild.
That's-
Oh, you son of a... You act like that's actually a bad thing.
Well, like I know it's difficult for you to edit this stuff.
No, it's not difficult for me to edit this. Crap.
But that'd be pretty tight though. Roaring Twenties.
Yeah, but the future... Oh, good
Excuse me.
lord.
Sorry. Excuse me.
The future does sound cool. Because I don't know what... Like, it's unknown. It's exciting. But also I could get to the future and there's nothing but, like, mutants and...
Well, that'd be
disaster.
pretty cool.
Well, yeah. I
Well,
guess.
like, or it'd be super cool.
It's true. Could be. E is for the Ecto 1.
Yeah, everyone.
Not an explorer.
That's my
You
dad had
don't
one
know
of
this
those.
one? You don't know this one? The Ecto 1 is the car in Ghostbusters.
Oh,
It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
It's just their...
It's a hearse, right? That's the.
yeah, it's a hearse, so it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of on the nose.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good. Do you believe in ghosts?
Obviously.
Well, yeah.
Ghost Hunters.
Jeez.
It's a real show.
Oh yeah, totally.
I love that show.
Also, searching for Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah. No, but
always
my
good.
favorite, though, it's like a toss-up between, like, Bigfoot hunters and ghost hunters. Because, like, my favorite is like, when they go to, like, an abandoned place. Yeah, that's where ghosts are. You know, they don't hang out in well-populated, well-lit areas.
If I was a ghost,
Yeah.
I would like to party a little bit.
Well, yeah,
I want to go
I know,
to where the
yeah.
people are.
Well, if I was
Right, yeah.
if I was trying to find ghosts, I would just go to a hospital. Because that's
That
where
makes
all the
sense.
people are dying.
Well, or an Indian burial ground, one of the two.
What?
But, so you go there, and then, they're always like, if you can hear me, tap once. Or like stupid. It's like, and like you hear like a noise off in the distance, or like one of their team was like stub their toe. They're like, oh my goodness, the energy is
There's
real.
always
It's
there's
like-
always that like the Bigfoot or the ghost. They're like, I think I found a Bigfoot. It's right here. It's right here. And then one of the team members goes, what's going on in it? And then
it scares them away.
You scared away. Tune in next episode to
But that's
you're gonna catch him.
That's part of how they get you though. Is that like it's like damn it, they didn't get him this time. But next season, it looks like they got some pretty good leads. So maybe Bigfoot will be brought into captivity. You know what I mean? So it's like because like every time like they're so close. And they'll see like a little heat signature like 2 miles away, and it's like this is it. They're getting them. But then somehow he evades them. You know? So that's why I keep watching.
I think they had him sign a contract that, like, they're not allowed to catch him so that the show can go on, you know?
Or I think he's just so clever. Bigfoot's clever, dude.
I'm always like, if that story breaks, that we do find Bigfoot?
This is brother.
Bigfoot. It's not gonna be premiering on Animal Planet. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not the channel that's gonna give this big scientific discovery. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
I can't wait till in those shows though they like searching for Bigfoot, and they just find some naked guy out in the woods who's just running around,
some feral man, and he's like, "My name is Bigfoot.
I haven't talked to anyone in 20 years."
No, this is not what we were looking for. It starts with F and ends in UCK.
Fire truck.
Fire truck. Joey feels real dumb now.
It's an old school joke.
Fire trucks. There's this one that's really, really long, and it's the one with like the ladder that goes up to heaven, basically.
A fire truck.
Yeah. No. But this is like the extra long fire truck.
Oh, I saw one of those.
In the back, there's another guy that has to steer the
he gets
back
the cool
half.
little
Because both sets of axles steer.
Yeah.
Because this thing is so freaking big that in order to get through an intersection,
Which way does he face?
he faces forward.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've also seen a semi truck like that where he's like,
wow.
it's like a semi truck that's got like 3 trailers behind it, and there's a little guy that's like underneath the trailer in the back, like driving.
There's a lot of those like out west. You know, because like you might as well. There's so
Yeah.
much territory.
And there's nobody out there. So
Yeah. Nobody.
nobody.
I saw a guy in one of the little thing, the little house, whatever that is on the back.
Yeah.
Today on the fire truck.
In a fire truck. Yeah.
And I was just like, I want to be him. I was so jealous. I had to go and like do what I loved for 8 hours, and he could just sit inside a cool box on the back of a truck.
I feel like you get so car sick though. I feel like I would.
Do you get car sick?
Well, okay. I randomly developed
Are you a
it.
baby? Like,
No. Are you a child? No. I randomly like developed it mildly. It's like if I'm in the back of a really big bus at night.
These are very specific.
This is very
conditions.
specific, but
I like
it happened a lot when I was abroad. You know, so like once I was in England.
Whatever, brag about it.
Yeah, I'm not bragging or anything. Yeah, because it's car sickness. Nothing to brag about. But, you know, you'd be in the back of the car, the the bus,
The double-decker bus
double-decker
of
bus.
England.
Drawn by a horse. No, by horse I mean the queen. Nah, that's come at me.
Our British
I mean, with
listeners.
teeth like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Queen's.
I want to go on record that I am not saying anything against Her Majesty.
No. But come at us. See what happens. Okay. No. But anyway, you know, you like on the back of the bus.
I like to think that the Queen listens to this.
And she's like,
And she's like, those silly colonists talking about
1776. But you know, yeah, and they're in the back of the bus. You know, it's dark. It's nighttime. You know, like you look straight ahead, but like the whole world's moving, but you don't know where it's going. You know what I mean? And it's really easy to get a little.
I'm worried about you, Ian.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, that seems like perfect conditions for car.
I've never gotten car sick, so I can't.
I'm thrown up,
I can't
but
relate.
it doesn't
Oh,
feel
you
good.
lucky
though.
punk.
Have you gotten car sick?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What is it?
Because I'm human. That's why.
I've been sick and been in a car, but I've never never been in a car and been like, whoa, the world.
Like, have you ever felt like a little like, meh, in a car, just like because of like the motion and everything?
Not because of the motion.
Okay.
Definitely not. I was once in a boat, and we were deep sea fishing, and everyone around me was getting sick, so I was like starting to feel it.
Because it's like,
Because-
But
placebo,
I mean, if someone vomits,
Dude,
around
maybe
me,
you're
I'm
just
gone.
superhuman.
Like,
that seems like a superhuman quality. I would give up good qualities of mine in order to have that quality. No motion sickness. That'd be great.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wonder, like, because, I wonder how long it takes to get over that. Of just, like, being a sailor.
Well, that's
Of
the
just
whole thing.
getting
I mean,
over
like,
it,
there's all the tactics that they have, like, fix your eyes on the horizon, like,
That does work, yeah.
sleeping in
That's a lot.
hammocks helps. Like, that's why they always slept in
Yeah.
hammocks, and because if it was a bed, you would be constantly
moving, yeah.
rolling. But in a hammock, you're already swinging, so
Yeah,
it
you
kind of
keep
offsets for
level,
it, because
yeah.
you're always just leveled out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought they were just cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why they
No,
said-
yeah, there's like, well, it's multi-recent. It's that, but then also you can stack hammocks, like,
Yeah.
infinitely.
I presume they're pretty cheap, too.
So, yeah.
Just get some, paper.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
G is for Gran Torino.
So if we just stop coming up with, you're just kind of saying the ideas you came up with now?
Yes.
Okay, all
Yes.
right.
I am the host. I run this show.
Okay, no, I was wondering,
But if you have an opinion, feel free to share it so I can shoot you down.
Oh, it's your show.
Ian,
okay.
Ian,
Go ahead.
I will kill you.
Oh,
Gran Torino. Have you seen The Big Lebowski?
hell yeah.
I have not.
I have not seen
But
it.
apparently that's his car though.
That thing, yeah.
Yeah. I was more referencing it in the movie Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood. I thought in the movie, I thought it was Grand Torino, and I just thought it was like a reference to a place, like a location.
Oh,
like
it's
this-
Grant?
It's Gran, Gran.
Oh,
It's
Gran.
Gran Torino.
Like if someone was saying grand, but they just got lazy.
Or they
Yeah.
were Spanish.
Grand.
Or if you were,
Wait,
or if
Gran.
you were talking to your grandma.
Grand.
Hey, Gran.
Oh.
Maybe that's what it's named after. A Gran Torino.
That's her name.
So Torino's grandmother.
Yes. Wait, no. Torino is the name of the grandmother. It's a weird name. I don't know. I don't know.
I will say, I did just go buy stuff for White Russians. Speaking of Big Lebowski.
I'm not
You
getting
see.
that. Sorry.
Just all Big
The
Lebowski
dude.
fans out there.
It's weird. Like,
To
I
all
know.
you dudes out there, White Russians, you guys know what it is.
You can't see it,
All
but Ian's wearing
three
it.
people who could be listening to this.
All
If
three
any of y'all Big Lebowski
Yeah, Mom.
fans.
I got the juice, Mama.
You can't see it, but Ian's wearing a bathrobe and he's
I,
reclining in a.
I'm doing a dab
awesome
of
chair.
THC right now. And
And he just doesn't look worried.
I just, it's just like your opinion, man. Yeah.
Joey's waxing his bowling ball right now.
Oh, yeah. You guys haven't seen it?
See, I haven't seen it, but I know a lot about it. Like, culturally,
I just know about the guy in the robe and the beard and,
I know,
and
like-
the hair.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my whole life.
I know that
Years
John
ago.
Goodman like goes nuts in it. That's about
Oh,
it.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
he's in
Vietnam
it.
vet.
Yeah, okay, I know that
It's
about
got
it.
like an all-star cast. Who directed that? Who was
It's
that?
Coen Brothers.
Coen Brothers? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What else have they done?
They did like Fargo, No Country for Old Men.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
I really like Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou.
It's pretty good. I don't think it's one
They
of
just
their
did a
best,
new.
but it's
They've
pretty
just
good.
done a new movie. What's it called? Oh snap! Because I just saw a trailer for this. It's like the Ballad of Buster something.
Buster Keaton?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
we cool was Buster Keaton.
That would be actually.
it's the
I would-
Ballad of Buster something, but
Yeah.
it's this classic kind of Western thing, which is
Oh.
right up their alley. But then it's got like that weird Coen Brothers humor where you're like, I feel like this is a joke. I'm not quite sure, but it is funny. So
Some of the scenes in their movies are so awkward. Like freaking, I saw Hail Caesar. And it just has moments where it's just like, what is happening? Like it's just like so uncomfortable to watch. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good movie though.
it is or is not.
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah,
Whatever
which
they
makes
talk
sense.
about.
But, yeah.
But in Gran Torino, the movie with
Mm.
Clint Eastwood, that's a good movie. Have you seen that?
No.
It's basically Clint Eastwood is like this old man that's just sick and tired of the world, and there's this kid that lives nearby that is trying to break into a gang, and their initiation for him is to steal Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino. Like that's their initiation.
Is it the it's on Netflix. And there's like it's got him with a gun
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
of his house.
I mean, it's not a Netflix movie, but
Oh no, but I
yeah.
saw it on that. Yeah.
But so then he catches the kid and he's like, no, now you have to come and you have to wash it every day. And like he like makes this and he builds this connection with the boy and it's a really good like father figure and all this stuff and
That's cool.
it's cool.
Masterpiece.
It's
I wanna
really
see
good.
it.
I want to say it's actually directed by Clint Eastwood too. Like
All I know about Clint Eastwood is I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 5 shots or 6? That's the only
you
thing.
gotta ask yourself.
Are you lucky?
Punk.
just think of him at the Republican National Convention in 2012. Like an empty chair beside him, just like, where am I? How did I get on the stage? Like, that's all I always remember him.
That's really sad.
Yes, yeah.
H is for hovercraft.
Yes.
What's your opinion of hovercrafts?
Totally. I 100% support it.
I literally thought that they were the future. I was like, we're all going to be driving... Like, as a kid, I was like, I will never drive a car because hovercrafts will be the new mode of transportation when I'm an adult. Like, because we made one out of, like, plywood and a leaf blower, you know. Did you ever do that?
I wanted to.
Oh, dope. So cool. I mean, it's completely impractical, but really awesome. Do you know how a hoverboard works?
Hoverboard?
Yeah.
Not a hover.
Hovercraft. Whatever.
I mean, well, you know,
I've seen Back to the Future too. I think I know one or two things.
You know, kind of like a life raft kind of material, and, you know, you put some...
Magic.
You know, some of those space fans and stuff under them, and, you know, come on.
You're talking really quietly.
Well, yeah.
Turn into a cranky old man.
Well, yeah. But no, like, I don't know. Like, I just don't see the advantage of a hovercraft. Maybe that's stupid. I mean, no more flat tires, sure. But,
You look so cool.
I feel like there's
but everyone gets
I feel like
something,
there's going to be a new...
normal.
I feel like there's going to be a new tire. I feel like that needs to be the next thing. Like,
Yeah.
like right now we're, like, content with rubber on asphalt.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're going to find a new, like, pairing of materials. Like, if we pair up aluminum and sand, suddenly it's the best. Like, it's the best way to roll.
Until you hit a speed bump, and then you're like, whoa!
There's people just made of sand. They're just guys continuously shoving sand into a mound and like crashing into it.
Someone else
Outside of Walmart, just...
It's like just colored sand, so it's constantly just like moving. Like all the lines are just gone by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think self-driving cars.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think like
I honestly right now I'm banking on the fact that we're gonna have self-driving cars soon. And I'm not gonna have to buy a new car.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get
like
the crappiest Saturn I possibly can and still drive that. But
I think 10 years, you won't like, because I mean right now I don't need a car. I know you don't. We just Uber everywhere.
Yeah.
I do that. But I think in 10
Also, I'm too poor to have a car.
I think in 10 years, though, it'll be even cheaper and it'll be self-driving cars.
10 years.
Yeah.
So I'll be 33.
Dang.
I don't want to wait till I'm 33. I want that now.
I is for the Interceptor. Anybody know whose vehicle that is?
No.
Oh, I was about to say that Mr. Incredible's car.
Oh, the Incredibile.
Oh, the Incredibile.
The Incredibile. That's really dope.
I think it's pretty lit.
Did it have any... Did you see the new movie?
Yeah, I did.
It showed off some really cool new stuff in that
You
movie.
can like summon it.
That was
from
really neat.
a minute away, and it becomes a submarine.
Right, it
And
does.
It's got ejector seats.
Yeah,
Like every good.
Dude, that's a good movie.
really
It was
good
fun.
movie.
You know what I'm glad that they did with that movie? Initially, I was kind of bummed that they were doing this, but I'm glad that they picked up like literally where the first movie left off. Initially, I was like, it'd be fun to see like Dash as an adult, like just like jump forward as many years as it's been since the movie came out. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that.
There'd be so much exposition. Be like, what happened the past 14 years?
Yeah, it works pretty well as a sequel.
I will say,
Immediate.
spoiler. Moment of silence. Let people turn off.
Oh, yeah.
Fumble.
But spoiler.
Yes.
I feel like the grand finale was a little weak. Like the kind of fight at the end, I was kind of like,
No, there's a lot of.
There was a lot of like making some of your villains nice.
Yeah.
Which I was like, this is weird.
It like I went in with like accepting like this is not going to be the first Incredibles.
Yeah.
It's just going to be. This is just for me to like satisfy that like addiction that I have because I love the Incredibles.
Oh yeah.
So like I enjoyed it just for what it was, but comparing it to like the Incredibles or other Brad Bird films, not his strongest.
No, yeah, definitely not. Okay, the Interceptor is Mad Max's car.
oh hell.
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
Are you talking
Wait,
about
which
original
Mad
Mad
Max?
Max? Or are we talking
Original
about
Mad Max, and it's the one that gets like wrecked in the first 10 minutes of
the second one?
I haven't
Fury
seen
Road.
any of the.
Wait, is it Road Warrior
Fury
or
Road?
Fury Road?
In Fury Road, it gets like wrecked in the first 10 seconds.
Does it not get destroyed in Road Warrior?
I haven't seen Road Warrior. I've only seen Fury Road, and Fury Road is gold, so I don't
dude.
need to see
Fury
any other
Road-
Mad
I
Max.
don't, dude. Road Warrior is
Is that the
really
one
good.
with
It's with the creepy leather gang in it.
Which is the one with Thunderdome?
That's Thunderdome.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
It's called Mad Max Thunderdome?
It is called Mad Max Thunderdome.
That's great. I love
But
that.
enough. Yeah.
That was a Yahoo Answers exchange just then. Which Mad Max has Thunderdome? Mad Max Thunderdome.
Yeah. Dude, but Road Warrior is a freaking good movie, dude. Like Mel Gibson, I think that's probably Mel Gibson's best. You know, it's just him kind of grunting about fuel for 2 hours, and then just blowing stuff up, man.
I mean, that's what I love about Mad Max Fury Road is he's got like 2 lines of dialogue in that whole freaking movie, and he's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime Tom Hardy wears a mask of any kind, you're in for
Which
a
is
treat,
all
man.
of his movies.
All the time,
Even if it's half a mask, he's talking about being a turd. Have you seen that trailer for the Venom movie?
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
He says turd?
Yeah.
I thought he said toad.
No, turd.
What is this
Oh.
turd?
At the
When
very end, where it's
the
like,
guy at
I will eat off your arms and your legs, and you'll be like a turd in the wind. And you're like, what?
Oh,
That's not a thing that people
I was
say.
like, I don't get the joke.
Well, toad in the wind doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's why I
either.
didn't like it either way. Like, it just didn't make sense.
I was like, Venom went crazy.
But dude, Tom Hardy in a mask, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll be in that theater.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. My pants got tight.
You're Hardy for Tom Hardy?
Oh. Hey, there's a t-shirt. I'm Hardy for Tom Hardy. J is for Joyride. Do you guys like to Joyride?
Is that just when you go cruising?
Yeah.
No, joyriding is when you steal someone's car and then you, like, drive it around the block and then leave it somewhere. And then...
Is that?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Have you ever done that?
Well, then, in both cases, yes. No. I don't think I've ever
I
rode.
can think of one time, yeah, really only one time that I specifically was like, I'm just going to go for a drive. I was, like, trying to clear my head. I was, like, mad about something.
It's all the cocaine you just gotta get out.
Yes. No, because I lived out in Waxhaw, North Carolina, and there's nobody on those back roads. So you could actually joyride because there's nobody and there's no cops. Like, there's just nothing. You just go and drive for fun. And it's really dark, so that was cool too. But yeah, I remember one time specifically, I was like, I'm just gonna go for a drive. Like, this is just gonna be fun. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna come back and go to bed.
Like, there's something like when I would get stressed, just go get in Rhonda the Honda, drive up to Dahlonega. That doesn't rhyme. But with Dahlonega and Rhonda, and then just listen to like Johnny Cash. It's actually a really good vibe.
Not
man.
Steve Fonda or
James Fonda.
James Fonda.
No.
Crap.
No, not Rhonda. It's a good vibe though. It's a good way to think.
Oh yeah.
Have a few beers beforehand.
No.
No,
Snap! Oh gosh.
No, I don't do that. Yeah.
Wow, that's not a good idea.
I don't do that.
K is for kayak. Trouble saying that. Okay, so the word kayak is K-A-Y-A-K. So it's a what's it called? Palindrome, where it's the same forwards and backwards.
Oh wow.
But when you look at it spelled out, it looks like kayak, because it's K-Y. Like, anyways, it looks like a dumb word. Maybe it's just because I've spelled it too many times. But have you ever gone kayaking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, yes.
I've
Is a kayak the one where there's a little, like,
Yeah, but
hole
you
and
like
you get in it?
specifically get like zipped in.
Oh, okay, no.
I haven't gone kayaking. I've gone to like where I'm like in a single, like, I think it was called a ducky, and because it was like a blown up float.
Oh.
But it was about like the size of a kayak, and it's a single person thing.
And it's like you have like
I
the
never got zipped in.
double-sided oars.
Yeah.
Or
It
paddle
was
boats.
like
I've done that.
It was
Yeah.
like one of those whitewater rafts, but like scaled down for one person.
Okay.
Because we went whitewater rafting, like that's what it was. But
cool.
yeah, no, kayak. It always scared me the fact that you were zipped in, because I was like, if you got flipped over,
You
screwed.
You unzip.
Yeah,
Well, there's a way to
but
flip it back.
There is. I don't know it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I know that I would just have to like flip over in calm water just to figure out how to flip back, but that itself is scary. Like,
It's a little stressful.
ugh. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been kayaking. It doesn't really interest me. Well, it does. I kind of want to do it.
It'd be fun.
I like the idea of doing it, but then once I'm actually doing it, I'm just like,
What do you like? L is for Lightcycle. You guys seen Tron?
I was about to say it's Tron, isn't it? Daft Punk.
Which one? The good
all
one
of
or the
them,
bad
all of
one?
them.
All of them.
Yeah, there was
mean,
also
like-
a TV show.
Yeah, I watched the TV show and I watched the original.
TV show was actually pretty good.
I mean, aren't they
It had-
both
it had a
bad?
nice
I
art
tried
style.
watching the new one, but the main character is too much of like a pleb.
Oh,
You know?
Oh.
wow.
He's just
Harsh
like,
words.
like I got my hair is spiky, and I just didn't care about him, and I was just like, shut this off.
I just loved the character designs in that. Like the character.
Oh, in
designs
the
were
in the
so
series,
cool. No, I mean like in the movie too.
which one?
The Tron Legacy.
The new one?
Yeah, the one that you hate. The one you're talking about hating.
Yeah.
I mean, in
It's
the
cool.
animated show, they were cool too. I like the
Yeah.
aesthetic.
They were just
like,
all
the really
legs.
long legs. Yeah, yeah, they were all legs. But yeah, no, I like the character design in the movie. I remember seeing the concept footage that they released with my brother and just being like, "Dang, this is gonna be cool." Because that's all I wanted was like all the fight scenes. Like I didn't really care about the story.
They didn't either, I think. So I don't know. I
Have you seen it?
I saw the new one. It was like, eh. And I saw the original when I was like really little. I was kind of like, man, this sucks. You know, where's the lightsabers? You know, like, it was-
But the new one has lightsabers.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Well, I think like it was long enough ago that like I don't really remember a whole ton about it. So like I just remember kind of just being bored for both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. M is for the mystery machine.
Scooby Doo.
Where
that's
are
a
you?
cool van.
Dude,
Where
it's
are you?
Work to
Tell me.
down.
Where are you?
Just that type of van is cool. I don't think I would
In the
want to have
closet.
the mystery
Did it
machine.
have a spoiler? Like
Yeah.
not like a plot spoiler, but like a,
I don't think it had a spoiler.
like a rear spoiler.
No.
I think it had a
Just
spoiler.
Scooby
It had it had a spare tire on the back.
Oh, okay. Or on the front. 'Cause
Oh,
it was like,
my
it was like a Volkswagen van.
Oh yeah,
essentially.
it's right on the
Yeah,
front.
yeah. But that like epitomizes that time, like the flowers and all that. Like the design of that van,
It's just
it's pretty dope.
it is. I don't think I like that kind of car.
What
I don't think I could
what
pull
kind
off
of car is that?
just that Volkswagen van with the flat front.
Have you heard of these people that live out of the van?
Yeah, homeless people.
No, like instead of like an RV or anything, like they just like they've turned a van into a house essentially.
I don't know how you cook.
I don't use the bathroom.
See, these are all
Oh, you got the nature to do that.
the nature.
You know, the nature.
commune.
What if you're in a parking
commune
lot?
with the nature?
Like, what if you're in a
Well,
Walmart
you know.
parking lot?
Pop squat.
You know, you can park in a Walmart parking lot overnight.
Yeah.
That's actually how I did both my road trips. Is we would just park in a Walmart parking lot and sleep in the car.
that sounds like a pretty rough night.
I knew a lot of
Oh, yeah.
truck drivers.
I mean, you were so tired from driving all day that
Yeah.
after like the first night it was like I can't go to sleep, and then after that you're like I'm so tired.
But you didn't do it in a van, did you? You didn't do like that kind of Jack Kerouac.
No, it
Kinda
was in
deal,
my
yeah.
Honda Passport, so it was like a SUV. Like
Yeah.
it was spacious, but it wasn't like a sedan.
Yeah.
That'd be madhouse. M is also for motorcycle. Would you guys ever want to own a motorcycle?
Probably.
In my mind, yes. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'd ride a motorcycle.
And then in real life,
In real life, if I lose my arms, then I'm screwed. So,
And what's the chance of that happening though?
I don't know. I'm a paranoid person. So,
That's
like,
fair. So it's like, so you're paranoid, but you're not paranoid about dying on the motorcycle. You're paranoid about, I don't know, the IRA or something, like cutting off your arms. Sorry, IRA. Don't come after us. I don't know. You guys scare me.
don't cut off Joey's arms,
Please
please.
don't do that. But you know, like they'll cut off your arms or something, and then you won't be able to drive your motorcycle. So and
I won't
that's
be able to
scarier.
draw.
That's scarier than you actually dying on your motorcycle.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
being
okay.
alive and armless.
And, well, like, it's not because I don't think I'd, like... It's just that I like what I do,
Yes.
so it would suck to not do that.
Agreed. Yeah.
So... But then also, like... I like, swing knives around a lot when I'm cooking and whatever. So, like, I'm not... It's just, it's weird. It's not, like...
you live life on the edge, bro. Like, swinging knives, that's gonna cut off a hand easier than a motorcycle.
Exactly. I'm not saying I'm logical about it. I'm just saying I don't.
Clearly he's not logical. All right. Feel free to chime in. I feel like
What's the letter? What's the letter we're on?
N.
N.
Nissan.
No.
Oh, Nissan. For the past like month,
Yes.
I've been every time I Uber, at least like once every day that I Uber, I get a Nissan Altima.
Huh.
I don't know why. It's just that
okay.
everyone has a Nissan Altima who also works for Uber.
I think that's my wife's car. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness. Does your wife drive Uber?
No. Have you ever, would you want to drive Uber or Lyft or any of those?
I think I would until I got a bad customer, then I'd be like, screw this.
Yeah. See, for me, it'd be like, when you ride an Uber, do you like to talk? Do you like to have a conversation?
If the Uber driver wants to talk.
Yeah, I usually say like, hey, how's your day going? And depending on that answer,
Yes.
I might have a conversation or not. But honestly, I don't want to have a conversation. I want to sit on my phone and do whatever I'm going to do in the back. Like, I'd rather not have a conversation.
If I've had a few beers, you better believe I'm like, what's up, son? Lay it on me.
Well, no, you're going to be more like, what's up, son?
What's up, son?
What's
up, lady?
Oh, snap.
Oh, it's a man. But see, if I was an Uber driver, I would dress up like Ryan Gosling from Drive, and just like have a hammer on me.
Have the gloves.
Yeah, have the glove, and then I have like the little scorpion white leather jacket, and I just wouldn't say anything, be like, and then like just drive.
If I was an Uber
lots.
driver, I would want to be like Jackie Chan from The Tuxedo.
I've seen what?
Have you not?
No.
Oh, it's old. It's a product of its time. it's late 90s, early 2000s, and it's like.
If I were an Uber driver, I would just like decorate the heck out of my car. Like, I would have like Christmas lights hanging from the ceiling, and like I'd have like
That'd be cool.
something.
You could put like a little pole in the back.
I'd have a
Like a
tip
little
jar.
stripper pole?
I'd like have a tip jar in the back, and just be like,
Yeah.
meh,
Yeah.
whatever. Because they can tip you, but I never tip anybody. Psh. I tip you if you like were a perfect driver.
Well, so do you like keep track of like how they drive? Or you're just like,
oh yeah,
oh my goodness.
I had
right
this
turn.
one. I had this one where he like had to reroute 3 times because he wasn't following the directions. So I gave him a 3-star. I mean, other than that, like
I
he got
usually
me there
give
on time.
5 stars.
Oh no!
just all the time.
I'm very harsh with my scoring. I
Oh,
give
wow.
out 5 stars rarely. I usually give out 4 stars.
What if somebody?
Because here's the thing: most people get 5 stars.
So you have to even it out.
5 stars
So
is
for
a
all the-
5 stars
all
is
the
a
me's.
perfect ride. 4 stars, that's a great ride.
So what if he like rolls through a stop sign? 4 stars?
What if he
Oh
like?
no, 3. That's professional.
What if he donuts?
No,
Yeah. No, it's like come on, yeah.
Oh,
What
if
if
you
he,
if you did donuts, that's a 6.
Like if he
That's 6.
6 stars?
Oh yeah.
Dude, and a tip.
No tip. Gross.
What if he drives up and he's like, okay, I need to stop somewhere, but it's on the way. He pulls up, stops, and then just 2 men in masks get in. They're like, all right, get us there, and he keeps on driving.
That's
You know what I
actually someone told me about that actually happened.
Did that really happen?
As
Oh my
that Uber
God.
driver's like, yeah, we went to like a place and like guys with masks came in and then like I drove them to a building and they had like baggies of something and
That
they
seems
went
like
into the building. Yeah.
That seems like a huge mistake. You think an Uber driver is your crime car? Just
It's kinda
that-
great,
no, it's
actually.
pretty
You know,
bad.
you know what
That's
we need
pretty-
for our legal transaction? A witness. Let's go.
That's
Like-
really great though.
Oh, I would love to be that Uber driver, but
Yeah. Well,
that criminal's an idiot. Like that is a fool.
when you said that the driver was gonna go somewhere, I'm thinking like, oh, we're gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts. He's gonna get me a donut. Like,
No.
now if that happened, if like my driver was like, hey, I gotta make a quick pit stop. We like stop at Krispy Kreme. He comes out with a dozen donuts. He's like, here you go, bro. I'm like, 5 stars, bro.
Even like QT, and he's like, yo, I got some coffee. I'd be like, dude.
I don't drink coffee, so I'd be like, you suck.
Dude,
I'd
what if
pour it
you-
on his head.
Would you- oh my lord. Then you die in a crash.
You have nowhere to go because he's not going to drive you.
Steal his car.
I'd wait until we got there, and then I'd pour it on his head.
1 star.
It'd cool down a little bit.
What would they have to do to get 1 star?
To get 1 star. Oh, jeez. Well, I'd have to be late.
Yeah.
See, I usually just double the time. Like, if I need to be there in an hour, I'm gonna leave. If it's 30 minutes away, I'm going to leave an hour before I need to be there.
Yeah.
Because I don't, especially because I use the cheapest.
pool,
I use pool because
same.
there's no point in getting there any faster. I always choose the cheapest one. So I just allow for plenty of error room.
Yeah.
But if he's late, and it's because of directions, not because of like traffic. If it's traffic, that's my fault because I didn't leave early enough.
Yeah.
You know, that would have happened to me if I had a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's like missing directions or going the wrong way or something like that, to the point where we're late, I wonder if I would switch cabs. I said cabs, Ubers. Ugh.
No, because I've done that before where, like, this Uber's taking forever to get to me, and I'm just like, I'm just going to call it quits. You cancel, and then I call another one, and then it's the same guy.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, ugh.
I did once have two guys cancel on me. Like, I was here waiting for an Uber. I'd like scheduled, I didn't schedule it. I actually found out you could do that today, so I'm going to start to do that in the future. But I had it ready, and he dropped it, and then another person came in and dropped it. So, like, I didn't get into my car for 15 minutes because people kept dropping me. Anyways.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, apparently. That's me. Nissan. That's what we were talking about. Cool. O is for
Octopus.
I feel like there's a car named in Olympia.
probably.
That's probably not the case. Maybe it's not.
Maybe there is. Maybe there is.
Oldsmobile. That's an old one, man.
It is an old mobile.
What?
I haven't seen an Oldsmobile though. They were building up, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they stopped making them.
Yeah.
What's an Oldsmobile?
It's just an old car.
It's old. Oh, old. Mobile, I haven't seen one in years though. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I remember I went on a road trip with my dad once, and on the road trip, we like identified all the different kinds of cars and all the different logos, and I like drew all the logos on this page just to see all of them. And then my dad, being the almanac that he is, was like, all right, so this one's owned by this company. And like I kind of found like how they were all connected and stuff to like 5 companies in the end or whatever.
Oh yeah, the globalist.
But it was really cool to like, because I was like, oh, look at all these. And recently I was in Europe too.
Incredible.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
And they have so many car type like brands that I have never seen before or heard of, and I'm like,
the weird one with a lion on it. That one's everywhere, man. It's not Saab either.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's a weird like square lion. Right?
Yeah, and it's like owned by some. Yeah, it's weird. Also, cars over there are so small.
They're tiny.
Yeah, because the roads are designed for cows. Originally. Well, no, think about it. If you're gonna see like London, like those paths were made, like for cows. And poop was supposed to run through the middle and everything. Yeah.
Why would it run through the middle? Why would you have poop in the middle?
Dude, it was a weird time. I guess it was maybe on the
Weren't
side.
they like cutting themselves and like bleeding when they thought they were sick?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, let's just...
Oh yeah.
It was a rough time. But that's when those roads were designed, so you have to have cars that are, 5 feet long, 2 feet wide.
See, I always assumed it was because it's a small country, and so, like,
no, dude,
they need more space.
Because cattle pads.
Cattle. I learned something. I can go to bed now.
Yeah.
P is for the Popemobile.
Oh hell yeah.
The Popemobile.
Oh hell yeah.
Did you know this is a thing? It's a car.
Pope as a car?
Yeah, it's a car with this back half is just a glass box that the Pope sits in.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like it was an extension to the roof because his hat's so tall that he has to like...
Well, no, but yes. Like, it covers him in glass, and it's so that he can drive through the city and, like, see people, but also not get shot.
Oh, wow.
So it's bulletproof.
Or get stuff
glass.
thrown at. Yeah.
Bulletproof glass.
Somebody chucked something at the Pope recently and, like, broke a finger or something.
Ah, poor Pope.
His own finger? Or the Pope's finger?
No, the Pope's finger.
Oh, my goodness.
Busted the Pope up.
Damn,
Yeah.
poor Pope.
But I just love that it's called the Popemobile. Like, I'm pretty sure that was just like a colloquial thing that like someone like gave it, but
Similar to what my car's going to be. It's going to be called the Pimpmobile.
Right.
instead of the Paone.
The
I
Paone.
always get tripped up by your last name. I think I just always want to go Paone.
It's close. Well, like, it's Paone.
Joey Paone.
Joey Pony.
The Pony-mobile, I like it.
Feed me apples. That's how you power it.
Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, crap. I didn't look up Q.
Oh, wait.
What about
Gotta
We're on
be a-
Q.
Oh, it's a vehicle.
A vehicle for Q.
There's got to be something.
There has
Queenmobile. That's not a thing.
a Queens Carriage.
That's a good
Car
point. That
spelled
was
with a Q.
Car spelled with a Q.
Oh my goodness.
A quar.
A quar.
A quart.
Quart.
A quar.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Jeez, I botched this.
Dude, what's I feel like Queen's Carriage would
Queen's
work.
Carriage.
The Queen used to
Okay.
have a carriage.
So
Yeah.
It's a vehicle.
yeah, there's always like that carriage at the end of the fairy tales and stuff, like
Oh,
all
did they
the
drive
Disney
off?
movies and stuff.
Yeah.
They ride off.
What I always think about is that there's the driver, like the actual driver. So like they get to their wherever they're going, and the driver's like, "All right, I guess I just wait here." Like, while you
Well,
guys-
yeah, he's an Uber driver, so he goes and picks up his next married couple that just got happily
is there
married.
like a pigeon that comes down? It's like somebody needs you in Sherwood.
Nottingham.
And he's like, "All right, tell him I'll be there in 5 days."
And then like 5 pigeons from your mother just like, stop! I'm gonna get back to you. Just wait.
Leave me alone. You just mark them as red and send it back. You're like, I read this.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Queen's Carriage. That was weak, but cool.
Yes. Something though.
R is for
Rhonda the Honda.
Rhonda the Honda.
Right there.
How long have you had Rhonda the
I've
Honda?
had Rhonda for 3 years.
Is it your car?
It is.
Oh.
Honda Civic LX 2003, bro. 2 doors. Thing's filthy. I just had there's some friends from England. And they're here. And they were like, "Hey, do you want, can you take us to Goodwill?" I was like, "Of course I can take you to Goodwill."
They talk like that?
What? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Come on.
Yes, yeah, quite right. Can we get a ride to Goodwill? Oh, good. No, they're not talking like that.
Red
They're
coats.
kind of
Sounds-
come on,
Red coats.
Yeah, red coats, royalist, tourist. But so yeah, I was like, okay, let's go to Goodwill. So I they get in the Rhonda, and first of all, they're like, dude, this is only 2 doors. I was like, yeah, bro, 2 doors.
Oh,
for
it's
4?
only 2 doors?
Yeah, it's for
Oh.
3 of them though. So I'm like, so there's me and then 3 other people, and they get in and they're like, dude, this thing's freaking.
You got to
filthy.
speak up, because
Oh, sorry. This thing is
freaking
filthy, dude. But yeah, so they're like, dude, this car, Rhonda, is freaking filthy, dude. Like, this thing is disgusting. And it's like, they get in the back, and I had forgotten that a few years ago, I got my retainer adjusted, and they had made molds of my jaw, of my teeth. And I just left one part of my jaw in there. And they're like, Ian, why are there teeth in your car?
Why are there human
Why are there
teeth?
teeth? And I was like, I gotta fight. And they're like, no, there's like a whole thing. And they like showed it to me. Like, goodness gracious. And it was like some mold of teeth.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
no.
They still,
Rhonda the Honda.
So you
Rhonda
still,
Honda.
so you still wear your retainer?
Oh. I'm like, no, I literally have like an alarm in my phone tonight because I'm like, I just made a dentist appointment and I'm like, I need to start wearing that. I
See-
can feel the roots moving.
See,
you
I'm
know what I
happy
mean?
because I only got a retainer for my bottom teeth and it's permanent, so it's just in there. And then they didn't even give
really?
me one for the top.
I have like 2 right here for like my middle top teeth. I got a little.
Is it like a metal thing connecting them?
It's yeah. No, it is.
Just the top
It's
two?
these 2 because they kind
See,
of.
I've got a metal band across
the
like my
whole
bottom
thing.
8.
It's pretty cool. I would look, but
Well, it's really annoying for flossing because honestly,
I'll bet,
as
yeah.
I've gotten older, I've been like flossing's actually really good and important, and I like
It
to do
is.
it. But it's impossible to get down underneath this thing.
Yeah.
Can you have to get those threads? Those
Yeah, I
needle
have to
things?
get
Those are
those
a
annoying
pain,
threads.
though.
They're really. I mean, it makes me want to floss less because
Yeah.
it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Taking care of myself, gross.
It is. It really is.
Ugh.
That's why I just eat saltines all day.
I agree.
Wait, how does that help?
I don't have to take care of myself anymore. I
oh,
just,
oh.
It's
Do you
withering.
get salt on your saltines now? I know in school you didn't get.
oh yeah, no, I didn't get any. That's a callback to a couple episodes ago.
Saltless saltines. R is also for the Red October.
Red October.
Good
The
reference.
submarine that is piloted by none other than Sean Connery.
Oh, that's what Sean Connery was
Oh,
hunting.
was that
Beautiful-
from,
the
uh,
most beautiful man in the world? Hey, Laura!
I thought he was hunting the Red October.
It's the Hunt for Red October.
Yeah. But so Sean Connery, isn't he hunting?
He's the commander of the Red October.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
if
makes sense.
Laura had heard me, she would have came in and said that Sean Connery's the sexiest man alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Sean Connery?
Yeah, definitively.
In a world with Daniel Craig and
I thought
Tom Hardy,
it's usually the it's what's his name? Not Pierce Brosnan. No. Wait.
No, whatever you're gonna say,
God.
it's wrong.
No,
Ryan Gosling.
There's no. Okay, what I'm thinking about is Moms.
Well, apparently I look like Ryan Gosling.
Moms.
Ryan.
Who's the guy from Ocean's 11?
George
Clooney.
George Clooney.
All moms. This is my theory. All moms have a crush on George Clooney.
I would. He's handsome.
Dilf.
I don't think he's a dad.
Is he a dad?
I don't know.
Okay. MILF. He's a
Man.
man.
An e-milf. Elderly man. Okay, sorry. Email. Elderly man.
MILF.
Email. He's an elf. No.
ELF.
It's an eel.
This is a family podcast, right?
No,
yeah.
but I think Ryan Gosling is like in the running for probably the most handsome man alive. Like
He's
him
just
and
so stoic
dreamy
and just like
oh yeah, him and Blade Runner 2049. I'm just like
I still haven't seen that.
oh,
haven't
seen
it's
it.
so good.
Really
Just
wanna
know
see
he's really he's
okay.
a lad.
So I really like him in Drive,
yeah,
but most of Drive is him looking really hard and pursing his lips
yeah,
till they squeeze the universe into being. Like
yeah.
I
That's
haven't
how I
seen
feel like
Drive.
kissing him would be like. It would just probably be like the universe's.
well, there's that bit.
Do you
where
think
he's
about
like,
kissing him a
holding
lot?
Oh wow, nightly, daily, you know.
Yeah. But anyways, the Red October was a submarine. I want to say it was a Russian submarine, but of course Sean Connery did not abandon his Scottish accent for
No,
the role. But it's something where it's like it was in this story takes place in the middle of the Cold War. It's been a long time. I don't
Yeah.
think this is right,
I
but
saw it on VHS last
but
time.
luckily everything we say on this podcast is 100% accurate. So
Yeah. Come at us, legal team.
Yeah.
Of the Red October.
Red October of Russia.
Yeah, Russia. Yeah, come at us, Putin. See what happens.
Oh, there's a red dot on my forehead. Where'd that come from?
Sarin gas.
But yeah, it was like in the middle of the Cold War, and they're like desperately trying to avoid starting a war. So it's like, it's a great movie, but it's so boring because nothing happens. And that's the whole point, is the movie is like, we're just trying to avoid a conflict. That's what I do with my wife. Just try to avoid conflict. It's,
Boring.
don't worry, we're happy. S is for Seguay. So this is a
segue.
yeah, it's real smooth too. This is what I don't know. Okay? The word segue. Did it mean transition from one place to another first, or did it mean the doofy Paul Blart Mall Cop vehicle?
I think
Which one was first?
it was definitely part of the idiom first
Okay.
before it became a vehicle.
Yes, Professor Butler?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, like, who would see a vehicle and be like, Segway. You know what I mean?
Well, but like, I imagine, like, they made the Segway. They're like, well, it's got two wheels. Bicycle's taken. We can't.
Yeah.
If we say gyroscope, everyone's going to think it's that weird toy that you buy at Cracker Barrel that you don't know what to do with after the first day. It does get you from one place to another. We could call it the mover? the mover thingy? What about a Segway? Like, that's a dumb idea. And then it stuck. Did you the guy that invented the Segway died while riding a Segway?
Wait,
He
really?
rode it off a cliff.
Wait, are you serious?
Probably did it
Are
on
you
purpose.
serious? This is real.
This is real.
It's like the guy who invented the guillotine got killed by the guillotine.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
That's fantastic.
dark.
I do look forward to doing the weapons episode. That's going to be a fun
Oh,
one.
wow. God.
You guys watch Arrested Development?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, boys riding around on a Segway all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Job.
My hero.
Gob.
Gob.
God. Oh, I love that guy. My hero.
I'll make this yacht disappear.
It is gone, technically. T is for...
Toyota. Sorry. No. What
You're
was
just
it?
doing brands
No,
tonight. Like,
it's
you're
okay.
on
You know,
brands.
Toyota Camry. Okay,
T
fine.
is for the toughest of vehicles. Tank.
Ooh, tank.
I heard... What was the movie with Shia LaBeouf and Brad Pitt about a tank? Fury.
It's a pretty good
I've
movie.
heard that was really good. I never
pretty
got to
good.
see it. I always...
You say like you never got to see it, like your mom was like, "No, you're not gonna see this movie."
Well, it is rated like R.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, my
Alright.
mom still
Yeah,
won't
my
let me
mom
watch
won't.
that movie.
You know what? You were
Yeah.
probably 20 when it came out, so there goes that.
What?
No, okay. I ain't joking about you being a mama's boy. But it's
Well,
okay. Yeah.
that last part is true.
Yeah,
but-
well, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we use treads in more things? Treads are cool.
Because they're too slow, dude.
Yeah, they'll slow you down a lot.
You can't do donuts
Have you
with
seen a
treads.
tank barreling down, though? Like, tanks go fast.
Yeah,
I mean, it does
only
wreck
when they're
the
going down
street.
a hill.
But they go like 35 miles an hour. I think that's like I
Really?
think like an Abrams
Okay.
tank can maybe go like 60 or something.
Yeah.
Tops.
A what?
It's like the biggest tank that the U.S. has. Abram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Named after the
Named after the patriarch and
the Jewish
scripture.
patriarch. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just goes to show who owns the banks. No, kidding. Kidding, I don't believe that. Let the record reflect, I don't believe that.
Ian's so scared.
It's like, I don't want to, anger the,
Here's the thing.
the people who own Hollywood, wink. I don't believe
Here's
that.
the thing. If you call an Uber and a tank shows up and they're like, "Hey, your Uber, would you get in that?"
Hell yeah.
Only if I'm allowed to sit in the gunner's seat. Yeah. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I'd be really confused, but I'd be like, this is awesome. Well, it's like if I called up an Uber and a limo showed up. I'd be like, well, what? Okay. Have you ever ridden a limo?
No.
Why didn't we
I just thought I couldn't because I'm poor.
It's about right.
I'm most definitely editing this out. But partying in a van is,
Does not sound safe.
yeah,
That does not sound.
that sounds like a very bad bachelor party.
That sounds like where 18-year-olds would like do blow. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? In a van.
When I
with a
was
stripper pole.
when I was at Disney, speaking of blow, when I worked down at Disney World, we were in this like apartment complex that was where all the college students that worked for the company were, which by the way is about a third of their workforce. You need to take that.
That's Jack.
Ah,
Yeah,
what a
wait,
twit.
tool.
I turned my phone off.
I hate you, Jack. I thought I turned mine
Appreciate
off,
you.
but here we are.
He must be important. So, the college housing, where like a third of Walt Disney World's workforce lives, they told us at orientation, they were like, hey, so there are party buses that know that you guys are here, and so they come around here. Don't go on them. They're not safe.
Yeah.
People got on them all the time. Like, they just went out there and were like, woo, let's party! I mean, it's a bunch of
That's what
sorority
you did.
girls. That was a good sorority girl. I'm adding that to my impressions list.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do blow tonight.
Oh.
I think I got some edible.
Yeah.
Oh, Stacy. That's just weird.
Girls are stupid.
Yeah, I hate them.
That's why you're single.
As of
I mean-
recent, no, it is true.
I mean, I didn't marry a
Yeah.
girl. I married a woman.
Yeah. You know where everything went wrong?
Where did everything go wrong?
The right to vote. No, okay. No, I can't. No.
There's this great scene in The Great Train Robbery, another good Sean Connery film,
Yeah.
where at the very beginning there's like this group of old men like complaining about women, and there's this bit where he goes, women having the right to vote? Oh, imagine.
It's me on Facebook.
He's like, oh, women voting. And he's got like this mustache that goes up to his eyebrows, like so absurd.
I'm kind of like to say, like, that's like my litmus test if I want to be friends with you. Like, if I say that and either you get really angry or you agree with me. Because that's the thing, is like, if you're like, oh my gosh, that hurt my feelings. I'm like, okay,
We're not really gonna be friends.
But if you're also like, that's actually a really good point. I guess that is when things are going on.
We should look at this.
We should. Both instances, I'm like, maybe we shouldn't hang out. Maybe
I should avoid you at all costs.
But seriously though, no kidding.
U is for the best vehicle
Uber.
that's out there. Well, that's true.
Well,
The single-wheeled vehicle,
unicycle.
unicycle.
I've always wanted to learn to ride a unicycle just so that I know that I could do it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to learn, but I like my tailbone too much.
That is true. And my what's that part in?
Your taint?
Sorry,
no.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
prostate,
yeah.
but whatever.
What are you scared of?
Well, like, sitting on like
Oh, that's
horses
true.
and bicycles for
That's-
long periods of time can
Got
test that
blood
out.
flow to your
Yeah.
testicles.
So like you get erectile dysfunction, I
can.
think, and then
I
you get
read
like
that.
bladder problems.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like these mountain unicyclists?
Is that wow? Oh god, I
That's
just think
the
of
thing.
really buff nerds just going through the mountains.
Yeah, no, it's this guy on like it's like a regular unicycle, but it's got like a thick ass tire on it, and he's just going down like these bike trails on a unicycle, and you're like, what?
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to be hiking and then hear like carnival music in the distance. Like, what the F? And then like, what the H? And then some guy like a clown just on a unicycle, and just like juggling past this dude, just like doesn't even notice. You're just like, where'd it go? What's happening? Yeah. I would love that.
Have you seen the unicyclist bagpipe player?
I have seen that. Is he the one who's dressed up as Darth Vader?
Yes!
Yeah, and he like blows fire out the bagpipes. Yeah.
Occasionally he's on a giant ball. He's just like balancing on a ball, and you're like,
good.
what?
It's pretty good.
Anyways, no, but yeah, similar. I think it'd be cool to be able to ride a unicycle and just be like, just kind of a skill to like pull out at parties when the unicycle comes out of the closet. And you're like,
You know, to impress the ladies.
Yeah.
You know how ladies are all about that.
see how I
tricycle.
straddle this single-wheeled vehicle?
Probably gonna need a massage to make sure the blood flow doesn't get out. You can edit that out.
Keep that in. No, that's the best
Gold.
part of the podcast today.
V is for Volkswagen,
Oh yeah.
the vehicle of Hitler.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I think Volkswagen Bugs are the coolest looking cars.
They are.
And also the vans. The Volkswagen vans, like I said earlier. Like the
I do like
Scooby-Doo.
those are called in South Africa, which is where my mom was raised for a little bit. They call those a combi.
Combi.
I just like that name for
That's
it.
cool.
Combi. I had a Volkswagen truck in a comic book that I did recently, and it's a Volkswagen van, but like the back half is just a truck.
Cut off. Okay.
So it's got like that weird, like just kind of bullet shape.
That just looks like something that just would not make sense. Like I want it to tip over.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look practical at all. It's ridiculous.
My favorite car I've ever seen like that, like a car that shouldn't be a truck but is a truck. I was in my neighborhood one time and I saw a Civic pull up. I was like, oh, it's a Civic, but then it kept on pulling up and it just had a truck bed in the back. I was like, man,
You're
the
like-
Hispanics have done it again. Yeah, you can edit that out too. Okay. Sorry, I don't believe in that. Yeah.
Just innovation. Just
Innovation.
Innovators.
Yeah. Or just like a huge redneck. It's just like, well, can't afford a truck, but you know, the Civic
Go
will
with the
do it.
hacksaw. Just goes through his car.
Yeah, one of the two.
The back is just like a piece of plywood
Yeah.
with bungee cord. Like,
Just molds of teeth on the back. You know?
I'm always concerned when I see like someone who's got like a bunch of wood in the back and it's just got like this strap over it, but it's like that can still fly out. Like there's nothing. There's nothing actually like holding this in.
I was driving somewhere with a box spring on top of the car. It was like a mom car. It was like a Honda Odyssey or something. And we didn't tie it down well enough. And we were like on the highway going 45 miles an hour. It was fine. And then my friend Charles was like, I'm going to bump it up to 55. We bumped it up to 55. And I was like, I think we're going to start flying. Like, you just kind of feel like a little bit of lift. And you're like, oh no, it is not going well. We had to like retie it again.
Those final destination movies where like people have those horrid accents.
Yeah.
I saw like one scene from one. I've never seen those movies. I can't. Like those are ridiculous. But I saw like a trailer for one where like somebody abruptly stops a truck and all this rebar like flies out, and I'm like, that's it. That's how.
That's how it's happening.
Those I've never seen those movies not because I'm like, oh, I'm scared, because I totally am, but because it makes me so angry. Because like in the trailers, they can't just go and have a heart attack and just kaputs. You know, it's like they're in a tanning bed and a book falls off the shelf, but it hits a glass of water. And that glass of water hits the spark, but the spark doesn't go to the tank. It goes out to NASA, and it launches a rocket, and the rocket goes but it misses the moon, but it comes back around to the moon, and blows up the moon, and an asteroid comes around to the other side of the Earth, and goes through it, and then through the and up their mouth, and then they die. It's like, just die. Just Just be efficient.
Do it
just
Saw
be
style.
efficient.
The craziest Rube Goldberg machine for someone's death. Well, there's always like the misdirect. Like there was one where like they're on a balance beam and there's like a screw that landed perfectly straight up and down on the balance beam. You're like, they're gonna step on the screw. They're gonna step on the screw, and then they never do. Like they fall and break their neck some other way.
I saw a version of that scene, but it was with no sound except for the wee me theme. You know, like the do. And it was just like a Final Destination. And she was like dancing to like the Wii music. I was like, this is incredible. It was like my favorite.
That's terrifying.
I couldn't finish it. I got like a minute and I was like, this is gonna be too good. But you know, shout out whoever made that.
That sounds.
Subscribe.
I'm gonna have to find that. You have to send me a link.
Sponsor y'all.
W is for the Warthog.
Oh, what is that?
Halo.
Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like the classic video game vehicle. I mean, we did Tron earlier, but that's technically a video game. But arcade. Did you guys ever play Halo?
Yeah.
No.
I played it on my computer.
Yeah.
Like, because it was always like for console, which I never had. But I found basically this playable version of it where you could only play multiplayer, you could only play capture the flag in one map. So that's what I just did all the time, is I just did that.
Where'd you download it?
Oh, it was like their
Just
official
Google
thing. It wasn't like a weird version of it. It was
yeah.
it was like their official, like,
Was it Halo 1?
yeah. So it was Blood
Oh.
Gulch.
Oh, Blood Gulch.
Blood
so
Gulch.
good.
Yeah,
And there
the Gulch of Blood.
Wait a second. I thought, because I had friends who had it, and they had the full version. I think they did.
On their computer?
They could play like a couple other maps. So it was like Blood Gulch was like the one we would normally do.
Yeah.
Because it's the greatest map of all time.
Well, I remember I could also play one level, the Cartographer. I just remember that because I played it and beat it, and then I was like, well, that's the only level I get, so I guess I'm going to do it on every difficulty level until it stops me. And that last difficulty, I was like, good lord, this is stupid. And then, of course, I was always like, I didn't understand it as a video game, because I never really played video games. Yeah. And I was like, because there's this one monster where, like, Alien, if you threw a grenade at it, it just didn't do anything. And I was like, grenades always work. Like, you don't... And it was like, no, this one you have to shoot it in this one little spot on its head, and it dies. And it's like, oh, that's stupid. I just didn't understand video games, but...
What I really remember about that is that if you gave me a choice between the pistol and the rocket launcher, always choose the pistol. That thing is like
so
a sniper rifle.
Oh, yeah.
That is more accurate than a sniper rifle. It has sights when you're not sighted in.
Oh, yeah.
And you have way more ammo. And you can rapid fire it. Like, it's just the best gun in any video game of all time.
That's what I always thought of before the round started, and then I saw a rocket launcher, and I was like, dude, rocket launcher.
No, that's always a mistake. You get the rocket launcher, you blow yourself up, and some guy with a pistol on the other side of the map is like, oh, just sniping you.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous.
I did find the one spot, if I was on the red team, I found the one spot where I could, like, sit, and the red blended in with the background, like clay, and you couldn't see me no matter what.
It's like on one of the edges, and you can
Yeah.
go up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you just sit up there and you just snipe people. Like,
or you
it's
can use
just
the
cool.
stealth thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so powerful.
The best was when I just turned my graphics way, way, way down. So even if someone had the stealth thing, I could see them because I just turned my graphics down.
It's actually genius.
It's
It's really smart.
I liked it. It's good.
What a game.
There was like a slight reflection. X is for X-Wing.
Oh,
Definitely, hands down, I would want an X-Wing.
it's a hell of a vehicle.
Or the Millennium Falcon.
Pick one.
Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go with Boba Fett.
Well, like, I know, I would like the idea of having a little R2, like, next to me.
That's true. Yeah. Well, see, the only thing about the X-Wing is you can't, like, lounge.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
want
like
something like between
in a portable toilet.
the X-Wing and the Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon's a house. I don't want a house. I want, like, a RV.
See, but I feel like a Slave One, the thing that Boba Fett has, that's a pretty good balance.
That's a
Here's what
pretty
I really-
good...
Here's
Yeah,
what I
it's
don't
pretty
like
powerful.
about the Slave one, okay? The fact that it lands on its side. I like it and I don't like it. I like it because it looks cool, but think about it. His whole thing has to shift. Like, what if he left his drawer open? What if he left his sock drawer open and he comes down and lands? All the socks are falling out on the floor.
You ever live in a trailer?
No.
And you have, like, the extensions that come out?
Oh, yeah.
And then,
I
like,
know about
you
it,
close it and you leave a cupboard door open like an idiot and just takes it right off.
You're like, oh.
All that plywood. Oh, no.
It would be like if you had a smart car that had like 2 stories. But then to park it, you had to like lie it down.
You drive fast enough and just go, whoop.
If you like hit a bridge.
I remember in the Lego set, it was really cool because when you rotated it, there was like a weight on the cockpit, so it would rotate.
I never had that fancy one.
automatically.
I had a Boba Fett the Lego spaceship, though.
Oh,
That
okay.
it was...
That's pretty
Yeah.
That was
fire.
legit.
Pretty
I
neat.
always, every Christmas, I got another one of the giant Lego starships. Like, that was like I just didn't get Legos all year, and then at the end of the year, I would get this giant Lego starship, and I'd just spend like all of Christmas break working on that. That was the best. And then now they're just sitting collecting dust somewhere.
Yeah.
In my
I don't know. Legos just aren't what
parents'
they
house.
used to be.
Huh?
The new Legos, like they're cool, but like they don't have that same thing. I don't know.
That same
Je ne
spark.
sais quoi.
Y is for Yoshi.
Isn't that a Y-wing?
We already did an X-wing, bro. Calm down.
Wait, is a Yoshi a vehicle?
Yeah, Yoshi's a vehicle.
Okay, so it's
Yoshi's the dinosaur that Mario rides.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad.
What's that?
What?
I think I get it.
That's how you get Koopas.
Oh, that's how you get AIDS. No, yeah. Salmonella.
Yeah. Yoshi.
I definitely ride a dinosaur.
What dinosaur? Which one? Yoshi?
Yoshi.
See, Yoshi had a tongue. I always thought he was a chameleon. Like, I was like, but he doesn't look at all like a chameleon. Like, he doesn't have the twirly tail, the crazy eyes.
Maybe a dinosaur had a tongue.
Maybe.
You know?
We don't know.
Like, don't all their tongues kind of rotted off, right? So we don't really know what their tongues look like.
I mean, what? The oldest dinosaur bones are what? 6,000 years old?
No, they're
Well,
about 500 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know, the world only started 1,000 years ago. That's it. You know.
No.
That's,
Well,
thought
I
it
thought it
was
started with
20
the
minutes.
Reformation.
it's okay.
You
See,
know, the whole time
we're in the
history
year
before that.
2018, but don't let people fool you. The world is only 1,000 years old.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody
Well,
knows this. Ian.
I've been to the year 3000. Not
What?
much has changed,
Oh,
but
God.
we
DeLorean?
live underwater.
Don't.
And your great-great-great-granddaughter. No, sorry.
I heard that song recently, and I hate it. Because
Oh,
it's like,
it's a song?
and your
Oh, I don't know this.
great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine. And it's like,
No,
oh,
she's
you can't
pretty
do any...
fine.
Yeah.
She's pretty fine.
Because, like, you can't do anything about her, because, like, she's not even alive yet, but I'm all open that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm...
Oh.
It's
yeah.
a song. So I found this out. Wellston, England.
The gibberish.
There's an original version of the song by Busted or Buster. I forget. Sorry, English audience. I know we got a
Bustard is a big bird.
And it's not that thin. It's Busted, and they have a version of it. But then the Jonas Brothers covered it, and so there's a big
isn't there a
controversy.
Oh.
It's not the Jonas Brothers original. Not that they wrote
How many
any
brothers
of their stuff.
are there?
3.
Three.
Just 3? So there's Zane, Nick, and Potato.
And Justin. Yeah. Bieber.
Bieber.
fine.
Oh, okay,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
he's
That's the
real
last
fun.
one. Okay.
Yeah,
And then their dad
And
is
Kia
Simon
Soul.
Cowell.
yeah. Exactly. My father too. I was gonna say though.
Whatever.
What are we talking about? Oh, Yoshi. I feel like Yoshi's definitely an underrated Brawl character.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know, because I suck at Brawl in every video game I play.
No, well, you have this thing where you can just grab people with your tongue and poop them out as eggs. And if you do it by the edge of the stage, you can just poop them out over the edge.
Yeah, but
and
don't
they
you
can't
be
do
by
anything.
the edge of the stage, though?
Who's the
That's a
other
good
one
point.
that
It's
eats
risky.
people? Is it Kirby?
Kirby can do it.
Kirby.
Kirby's tight.
I feel like there's another one that eats people.
Jigglypuff. No, I just like Jigglypuff.
I hate. Oh,
Jigglypuff is the best Pokemon,
Jigglypuff's
hands down.
I was about to say,
420.
Jigglypuff's a Pokemon. But it looks just like Kirby. What's
It
the
does.
difference?
Jigglypuff's way more bitchin'.
What?
Yeah, she's very. Jigglypuff is super overpowered.
What's Jigglypuff's powers? She's fairy.
She
type, right?
sings,
She can float around.
and you fall asleep, and then you just get you.
And her down B, her down special, she goes and falls asleep for a brief second. But if you're in like the hitbox of it, you just die. Like it's an insta kill.
Oh.
It does like 50 damage and you just die.
See,
It's so
I
powerful.
always every time like I watch a brawl, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. There's so many colors.
Too
and
many
lights.
colors, yeah,
Like,
too many
I
shifting
can't.
colors.
I can't.
That's how I feel about.
It's like a
watching
lot of the
football.
Capcom fighters now.
Oh.
Like I can still get behind like classic Scorpion versus Freezy.
Frozone? Jinx. Ice climbers?
No, Freeze hands.
Dr. Freeze.
Scorpion's arch nemesis.
Freeze hands.
From the other realm. Crud. Oh, Mortal Kombat. Who's
I
his
don't know.
Deathstroke? Frostbite. Frostbite? Maybe?
I don't know.
Oh!
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh,
And that
yes,
one,
yes.
and that
The
one,
Iceman coming.
Time to break the ice.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it. I don't remember. All right, and Z is for Zepplin.
Like Led Zeppelin.
Hey, mama.
I
the way you
see.
move.
I always thought I didn't realize he spelled it LED. I thought he spelled it Lead, which I thought was funny because it's a lead Zepplin, which wouldn't float because lead is so heavy. I think if I explain the joke a little bit more, it gets funnier.
No, I get it. I just didn't know what a Zepplin was.
It's made of lead. It's a flying thing. But it can't fly because it's made of lead.
You know, that's how they came up with the name. Somebody heard them play and was like, this band is so bad that it's going to sink like a Led Zeppelin. And Jimmy Page was so high, he was like, man, how would that work? And he just like named the band.
I could use that.
Like, whoa, bro.
That's way more interesting than how Nickelback got their name.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it like their waiter at Starbucks was like, it's Nickelback, and he was like, look at this. And then,
magic!
I still love you.
Definitely better than how Meat Hole got started.
Oh, Lord.
Meat Hole.
Oh, man. Good times.
Yeah, so Zeppelins. I'm kind of bummed that we abandoned that. Be kind of cool to have more Zeppelins.
You know how slow they are.
After the Hindenburg, kind of.
That's the floaty thingy that blows up all the time, right?
Yeah.
Those are really tight.
Yeah, we still have like the what's the one that flies over all the football games?
Goodyear.
Goodyear. The Goodyear.
I guess
Well, that's a
so,
blimp. So I wonder what the distinction is. I could have done some research probably.
I think blimps are just, they don't blow up as much.
Oh.
Or maybe like a Zeppelin that actually has like a little place to be. Because I think it's like the Hindenburg was like a luxury affair.
Yeah.
You know, like it flew across the Atlantic. I think.
Really?
Maybe. Okay, don't quote me on that. Sorry, Germans.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Sorry, Hitler.
Ian.
No, it was a Nazi invention.
I don't
it
think.
had
I
a
don't
swastika
think.
on the back. Yeah.
Hey, do you think?
Crashed in 1936, I think.
Do you think serious, genuine question? It sounds like a joke, but serious question. Do you think you need to apologize to Hitler? Like, he was a person too. He's a very, 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 very.
Well, he's
very,
a misunderstood.
Very
Okay,
bad
no,
person.
no, I don't believe that. By the way.
Oh, my mom's calling me. I gotta leave.
Well, I'm just saying. No, I don't apologize to Hitler.
No, I don't either.
I didn't earlier.
I kick him.
And you know what? If I could go back in time, I'd go back in time and kill him.
No, because you'd mess everything. See, the thing is
point.
if you killed Hitler, something else would happen,
Yeah.
and it could be potentially worse.
What if you fell
It could
under
be
his
potentially
spell?
better. Could be potentially better.
What if you went back in time and you just became a Nazi? That's the darkest possible. You go back in time and you're like,
Wait, you go back in time just to become a Nazi?
no. Well,
That's your goal.
I'm not saying I would do. No. But like, what if you go back in time and you're like,
He was.
he's
right.
got a good point. These banks.
That would be
That
awful.
would be
That
like
would be
the
terrible.
darkest movie.
I'm
of all
gonna
time.
ignore almost 100 years of history.
Yeah, it'd be like, you know what? I think he's got a point. Maybe I can turn the tide. You know.
Oh man, that would be
dark.
awful.
But that'd be a great comic book. Can you imagine? Like the main bad guy is a time traveler, who is like, you know what? Hitler's got some good ideas.
What if he
goes
just?
back
What
in
if?
time and helps
What
him
if?
out.
Oh, what if it was a guy who goes back in time not to kill Hitler, but to make sure he succeeds?
Yeah.
Like stop whatever Allied offense.
What was that movie with Tom Cruise?
Valkyrie.
That's a
Is
really
it the
good
one
movie.
where he's trying to kill Hitler?
See,
He's
I
German
didn't
and
like
he's-
that. I didn't like that movie because I knew how it ended. Hitler doesn't die. Like that's why I liked Inglourious because
because they rewrote the history.
kill Hitler.
I've only seen
I'm
half
like,
of it.
that's
I haven't
awesome.
seen it. Do you have to bleed out the part of Inglourious?
now I have to do it 3 times. So now we know our vehicle ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
So it would be something like, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes. Any kind of positive feedback, negative feedback, whatever. Anything's appreciated. You can hear us on Google Play, iTunes, and Stitcher. One of the above.
Or all of them.
Or all of them. Whatever floats your boat.
Boat. That's vehicle.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a vehicle.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
If you're interested in more episodes, show notes, and other oddities, visit our website, theabcpod.blogspot.com, and follow us on social media at theabcpod. Theme song by Mr. Putney and Seamus the Sheep. If you'd like to send us a complaint, topic idea, or just anything else, shoot us an email, theabcpod@gmail.com.